diagnosed that I began to see changes in my mood and also began to see changes in my behavior. But I convinced myself, like many Black women do, that I could handle this. I could continue going throughout life without really addressing my declining mental health. Hi, my name is Kamisha, and I'm a Black woman living with bipolar disorder. In the summer of 2013, right after I graduated from undergrad, I had my first mental health crises. I was not getting much sleep. I had racing thoughts. I was doing things that just did not make sense. And so my friends called my mother and father, and they took me to the hospital. I did not receive the care that I needed and the care that I deserved when I first went through the mental health system. There are people who have mental disorders that are disproportionately killed by the police. There are the closing of mental health clinics in underserved communities, particularly Black communities. And then there are obstacles to be able to get the care that you need because of racism and discrimination within the mental health and healthcare system. When I left the hospital after having such an awful experience, I was in denial. I was like, I don't have bipolar disorder. This is the wrong diagnosis. They gave me medication. I did not take my medication. Fast forward, I moved to Chicago to begin my studies as a social worker. And within a week that I get there, I have another mental health crisis. Fortunately, when I went to the hospital a second time, the care was so much better. I was an active participant in my aftercare plan. I really understood the steps that I needed to take so that I did not end up back in the hospital and that I could be healed and also just be mentally well. Black women who have mental disorders or who are having challenges with their mental wellness are a unique group of people. I think that Black women are experiencing not just the mental disorder itself, but then there are other things that impact our mental health, such as living in oppressed communities, dealing with trauma within the family, within our communities, in addition to dealing with stressors at work, having to carry and support so many people that we care and love about. And all of those things affect our mental health. The think pieces, the articles, they're really talking about, I have this mental disorder, or I'm experiencing challenges with my mental wellness, and that's it. But then there isn't the next step of action as far as like, what are the tangible things that people who are living with mental disorders or women who are having challenges with their mental wellness can actually access so that they can feel better, so that they can heal, and that they can have the lives that they desire. I decided to create a website that provides mental wellness information that centers the experiences of Black women. We need a Sista Afya website. We need a space where Black women who are experiencing challenges with mental wellness can get that information that they need, but also can have a space that's just for them. And so this website was created out of my personal experience, but also my professional experience of being a social worker. And I do not want other Black women to go through all of the things that I went through, when there are plenty of ways that we can share information, connect, and to be able to support one another. And so I believe that once Black women have access to resources and information that centers their experiences, that's also connected to being mentally well, which is connected to being free. There are tools out there to find a therapist or a healer who looks like you. There are accommodations that you can access at your job so that your work doesn't interfere with your mental wellness. There are even apps out there that can really help women to be able to track their mental health symptoms. On Sista Afya's website, there will be simple, accessible information about mental wellness. There will be videos that accompany some of the different topics that particularly affect Black women as it relates to mental wellness. I want to have an online space, like a chat room, where Black women who have mental disorders can come in to support one another. I also plan to have workshops and presentations that talk about mental wellness. When women come to Sista Afya's website, I want them to see themselves in the website, and I want them to know that this was a place designed for them. It took me 3 years to get to the place where I feel mentally well, and it shouldn't have taken me 3 years. And I want to create something that will help other Black women to be able to get there faster, to move from I don't just have bipolar disorder, or I don't just have depression, but I actually know the action steps that I need to take so that I can live the life that I desire.